All right, folks, welcome back to PrepperNow. Today we're going to be talking about a story that's on all of our minds about the HPAI. And maybe we're doing things wrong and this is causing all the problems. So let's take a look. Welcome to PrepperNow. All right, friends, welcome back to PrepperNow. Today we're going to be talking about some things that are, well, they're affecting everybody. This is about the ways that we are dealing with the HPAI and the problems that are happening from all of that. So if you remember back to Rona 2020 and all that, I wasn't really into the medical stuff. I didn't understand it. My wife, she was the one. And when discussions started to happen, we started to talk about mitigation techniques. What we're going to do about this. What do you think about that? Blah, blah, blah. Well, she introduced me to a term called herd immunity. I'd never heard that before, but she explained it. Basically, enough people get whatever it is they get, and eventually everybody just forms an immunity to it. Okay, it's the whole purpose behind inoculation is that you get enough people exposed to the whatever it is. Eventually, everybody just forms a resistance. As you know, there was Spanish flu, 1919, and eventually everybody formed a resistance to it. The modern day flu that you go through now is that resistance. Currently, as it is, we take all of our populations of birds when they get infected with the HPAI. We cull them, get rid of them. It's been 150 million birds taken out since 2022. Is that working? Currently, it really doesn't seem to be. So maybe we should be taking some other looks at all of this, other mitigation techniques. There was a thing called myxomatosis, which was a virus that affected rabbits. In Australia in the 1950s, there were a lot of rabbits, too many. And so to control the population, they introduced this virus to them. It killed 95% of the rabbits over a few years. Didn't kill all of them. Well, now, all those rabbits that are alive and have gone through that experience, they have a natural immunity to myxomatosis. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? We do all of these things and we go out of the way to try to fix things, but a lot of times our mitigation techniques do the opposite. They cause more harm than it's worth. We're all going to the store and seeing $6, $7, $8 eggs happening across the board. That is unsustainable for multiple reasons. Family can't handle $7 eggs. Now, they can handle the time of that, and if we were working through it, and this was, a means to an end, okay. But right now, we don't know. We don't know where this is all going to go, and now the prevailing thought is to go out and to try to inoculate all of these hundreds of millions of birds against this whole, HPAI. The problem is, oftentimes, not all the time, not most of the time, but sometimes, when you go out and you do those efforts, it actually doesn't work and can even make things get worse. So here we are. We've got our federal agencies. They are, culling hundreds of millions of birds. And we have spent $2.1 billion on reimbursing poultry. We have spent $292 on developing and stockpiling the inoculation and everything else. The problem is that all of this going to work? And a lot of people don't think so. A A lot of people are begging for a new approach. A lot of people think maybe we should just let this thing run its course and then deal with it after the fact, after all of our birds get some form of an immunity or succumb to the virus anyway. They're all going to die anyway. Kind of reminds me of a few years ago when we were all told to go in, stand apart from each other, do all kinds of different mitigation techniques, and it didn't work. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Should we, are what we're doing is correct? Am I missing something? Is it all right to spend $1.7 billion to control all of this since 2022 when we've already lost 150 million birds? Or maybe we should go about it and try a little bit more of a natural and historical, tried and true method of herd immunity instead. All right, friends, thanks so much for being here. You know what to do. Hit the buttons and stuff. We are heavily suppressed. We appreciate you being here. So your engagement is the great mitigation factor here. Hit the buttons, tell people about this, share it out, get an idea of what we're trying to do here. That's just basically to inform. And we really, really appreciate you being here. It's never been more important. If you want to be a member, it's a couple bucks a month. It does help things here. Or you can join us on Subscribestar or Locals for a few dollars a month. Or you can join us on Twitter, X, Minds, Gab, and Truth Social for free. God bless.